we go. So yeah, thanks a lot for being here. I'm super happy to be here in Venice today for the DevFest 2025. So this session will be talking about Firebase Studio. It's titled You, Me, and Firebase Studio. So I'm gonna do some stuff, but you're also gonna help me doing and building some application with Firebase Studio. So this session will be a bit interactive in a way. You'll see when, no worries. I'm not gonna surprise you. My name is Julien Salvi. I'm doing some Android for 15 years now, leading and managing the Android team at Aircall. We're based in Paris. Also an Android GDE, part of the Paris Android user group, listening some pimp music, drinking IPA beers, and you can also find me on a few social media like Blue Sky. All right. First, I like to you, the audience, think about the time you spent on prototyping some apps, SDKs, side project you have made on your own, and think of what was the most painful when you started to get there. And this is the start of the interactive part. So if you can scan this QR code or just use the code above on menti.com and answer what was the most painful thing when you started prototyping apps, we'll get some answer right here live. Yes, maybe it's gonna be live or not. Please send some stuff. Is it successfully working, the QR code? Yep. Okay, awesome. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, weird. Let me try mine. Okay. Okay. Testing is good. Okay, no other no other things. Okay. Well, let's move on to some, okay, IDs. Oh, okay, it's coming. Time consuming, all right. Bugs. Well, it's after prototyping. It should be. Okay, it's the one of the main thing, getting IDs. Time consuming to get to the IDs you want to build. Okay, choose the technology. That's a good point. You don't know where you want to start. If you want to start with mobile, web, backend stuff, that's a good point. Yeah, time consuming. It can get sometimes to build a prototype, to think end to end on all the features you want to achieve and so on. Even pushing a simple MVP can be quite complicated at some point. So let's see. Hopefully, Firebase Studio will be the answer to many of the things here. Time consuming. You can build like application in less than an hour. Working solution in the end. Like so, hopefully, like there's no bugs. You can like have a whole set of new technology you can use. So let's have a first glimpse at the tool and see what's Firebase Studio. So I'll give you like an overview, an introduction to the tool. So at the core definition, this is an agentic and cloud-based development environment where you can like build and ship production-ready application. It can be either like a full stack application, it can be web apps, single static web page, a mobile application using Flutter or React Native. And you can also build some API stuff and backend application. So there's a wide spread of application when you want to start. This is a unified experience. So under the hood, Firebase Studio uses the project IDX. So IDX is based on the OSS code project, where you can like run project based on the IDE based on the cloud. And it's also powered by some AI agents or Gemini assistants to help you build your new concept, your new application, and so on. So this is creating like a collaborative workspace accessible from everywhere. It's also like a flexible starting point. You can start from scratch. You have the IDE, you don't have any base. You can like ship your IDE and start building your IDE, or use an existing like project you have on your GitHub or on your device. That's up to you. You can start fresh or import an existing project, or even like use some like existing templates that are in the Firebase Studio templates library. I want to highlight like 4 key capabilities that Firebase Studio is offering. So it enables like rapid AI prototyping. So with like a simple prompt, but you'll see not simple as it is, you can create like a very nice application. You also have the full control of the coding environment. You can write code as long as you want, but you can also like switch to the code edition and like manipulate the code, and you have the control of what you are shipping. So this is the workspace aware AI assistant. So you can, like, while you are building your application, chatting with the AI code assist to help you build and refine your first prototype or your whole application. And it's also like an end-to-end workflow. You start building, but it's integrated with like many capabilities of like GitHub. It might be integrated to all the whole Firebase suite. So like you can start building your application and then deploy it on like some I don't know, like a Firebase hosting, or even within your GitHub or GitLab workflow. You handle like the publication of your application. So it's a fully integrated tool. And what you can build with Firebase Studio. So a large set of applications. You can go on the website and like use like many technologies like Angular, React, Vue.js, Svelte, and so on. There are a large set of technologies you can use even if you don't know it. Like you will be able like to learn all this like within the studio and like push some like working application in a few minutes. Or you can go mobile with some React Native and Flutter, like full Android Studio backed application. It's now like kind of a beta on demand. So hopefully coming soon for the public, hopefully in terms of months. You can also develop some backend and database-backed application using Go, .NET, Python, Rust, C++, and so on. And on the database side, you can find like templates using MySQL, Postgre, or MongoDB. So you will have the choice like to choose what kind of application and what kind of technology you want to use. So when you want to start building, you'll have the choice. So I was saying like you can like import your own project from a source control, like a GitHub, GitLab, or so on. Or if you have like the project on your machine, you can import the compressed archive and start building in Firebase Studio. You can also like start fresh, like I have the IDE, I'm refining my prompt, I'm passing to the studio, and the studio is gonna like build and iterate on what I'm gonna prompt in the interface. So I'm gonna develop it, test it, iterate, and then at some point, if I'm fine, the tool is like the app is good enough, I can publish it. Bonus point, you can like integrate also MCP server within Firebase Studio. So maybe you can use like a Firebase MCP, or like if you are working with some designer, like a Figma MCP can be a good starting point also, if there is like already some UI stuff made. You can use also like existing templates based on the technology I showed previously. So there is a wide array of templates if you want to start like with a Go backend, like a React application, and so on. And then after building your application, you're happy with it, it's time like to ship it. So as Firebase Studio is part of the Firebase suite, you can use some Firebase app hosting, mostly for Angular, Next.js application, or if you have a static like web application, you can go with Firebase hosting, or like if you build some backend stuff, you can use Cloud Run. If like there is like a much more deeper like a deployment, like some, especially for mobile apps, it can also be like fully integrated within your GitHub or GitLab flow. So your GitHub action will handle like the deployment. You won't have to do like much more on the Firebase Studio side. So control end-to-end from like iterating, building, and shipping your new application in like, let's say, few hours. Okay, and now it's time to get our hands dirty. Let's build an application live. We're gonna be live from the studios. Okay, so here is Firebase Studio, how it looks like. So that's what's like simple UI. You can start fresh and prototype your application by passing a prompt here. Like this part is mostly like you remember when Google launching like I'm feeling lucky. This part is more I'm feeling lazy. So like I don't know, like I feel lazy. I don't have any ideas. I can go and like do a recipe generator, expense tracker, or even I'm feeling lucky. You can like import like import a repository that you have, or like start fresh with a bunch of like existing templates. Depends like if you want like to build a web application, you see like there are many capabilities there. By using like a simple HTML like template to a React one, you can go backend using Go, Python, Rust, and many other technologies. Or if you want like to build some like a mobile application, you can go with Flutter or React Native. Android Studio coming soon. Or even like go full AI ML with GenKit, building like an API thanks to the Gemini API and so on. On the database side, we have like many other templates. All right. And yeah, so this is the shortcut with the templates. Here is like an existing application like I made like few few months back. So I'm gonna jump on it to show you a bit. So when selecting the application you built, it's gonna set up the workspace, initialize the environment, and you can also customize the environment thanks to Nix. That's a bit niche, and you'll see at the beginning you don't need to customize the environment, but it's gonna take a bit sometimes. So while it's setting up, I'm gonna ask you so that's the interactive part, to scan this QR code and share your ideas, what you want to see in terms of application today. Let's build an app together. So flow me with some ideas, and we'll see in the end what we can build if we can successfully build this application. A Pokédex, all right. That could be a start. And don't hesitate to share also what kind of technology you want to use. I have a mobile background, so I'm gonna build a web application. I will have no idea what I'm doing. I'll let the AI do the job. Habit tracker, photo organizer, okay. Currency converter, okay. Get them. Gym workout, politics poll up, nope. All right, well, I'll give her some ideas. Hopefully this is live. Yep. Loading. So this was the application I made. It's powered by React. It's a little game we have with my wife. When we are on vacation and we get to some location during our vacation, we do dogs versus something. So we are counting dogs versus, I don't know, maybe red cars or pigeons, whatever. A fun game we have. So it's plugged with Gemini. So I can choose okay, I'm in let's say university campus. Season is autumn. I'm in. I'm in Italy. How many do you expect? Yeah, decent amount. Time of the day, afternoon. What are you doing? Well, conferencing, but there is nothing. Just walking. And we're gonna generate an opponent. So start again. Okay. Dogs versus students with scarves. Okay. I'm near a campus, so that's kind of expected. And then we're gonna count the dogs or count the students with scarves. At some points, maybe the dogs are gonna win, and at some points we're gonna finish the game and say, "Woo, dogs have won." Or we can play again, share the count, keep counting, and so on. And this was done fully with AI. I didn't touch a single line of code, even in terms of graphics, in terms of logic. Everything was powered by AI. I could have a switch to the code side. So at the top, you can switch to code, and it goes to the code editor. So you have all the classes that has been generated by Firebase Studio. So here at some point, like you can get your hands dirty and start like modifying your code if you know the technology. And it's also like a good starting point if you want to learn about the technology. Let's say like I'm a mobile developer. I don't know much about React, and that's a good starting point if you want to learn how React works under the hood or how other technology works under the hood. To me, I think like it's like a good starting point if you want to learn a new technology. I can switch back to the code, and like for example, one very nice feature, it's like you can go with the canvas with the little thing here and say, okay, I'm gonna draw some stuff around the UI. Let's say like, okay, here I want this button to be a bit bigger and maybe brighter. Up, send the drawings. So it's gonna take the screenshot and you can annotate things inside your UI. Let's say you can like use some arrow, like things mostly like you have on I don't know, on Excalibur or Figma. So it's quite interesting, like to use this kind of stuff to annotate some part of the UI, and then yeah, you'll see like I have like a bigger button than I previously have. I can go maybe like even a bit further. Let's say like against pigeons. Yeah. And here, like let's say up here. Take a so you have like a snippet of your page. I don't know. Here, the let's say the header should be more like visible and separate it from the scale, so we can better see the counts. So there is also one thing like you should take into account when you are like kind of vibe coding with let's say with Firebase Studio is mastering the art of prompting. Like you should have in mind like you should give like the best context possible. Give the best input you can. The more context you give, the best answer you'll have in the end. So let's see if it actually like did some better stuff. Yeah, okay, like it just added like let's say some contour around the numbers, but at least yeah, that's a start. Maybe I should have been like more concise and more detailed in the prompt. Like okay, I just like I want like bigger stuff. We should maybe like say, okay, I want a header that is white or that is like in another color, separated from like. The more precise you get, the better it will be. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and start building a new app with you. Let's say, okay, I'm gonna go with habit tracker. Let's say like a simple like a currency converter at first. If I go directly with the prompt, let's say build a currency converter with like I don't know, some colors that reflect Venice city. Just like I don't have much ideas. Like okay, I just want like to be the like a currency converter application. And you have like this little like button like where it can improve the prompt automatically. So you give just a basic ID, it's gonna a bit enhance the prompting like that much. So a user-friendly currency app converter, instant conversion, key feature that include inputting amounts and so on. So okay, like yeah, my basic ID was very basic. And now it gives like a much more like a detailed application of the thing. And say, okay, we're gonna like start prototyping with AI. It's gonna load. AI is gonna think. So, okay, it was pretty quick. So Firebase Studio is giving us like the blueprint of the thing, and when you start like just building an application with the prompt, it always gives like okay a web application powered mostly by like either React or TypeScript Node.js, the basic web setup. It gives also like a set of color, the plan, the typography, the iconography. Everything's going to be generated by Firebase Studio. And we say, okay, like yeah, let's prototype this application. So Firebase Studio based on like Gemini, I think Flash 2.5, gonna ingest all the blueprints that has been generated, and it's gonna reason to make and build the application. So finger crossed, it's like rapid enough. So that's the thing of like playing with AI real time. It can get like a bit long. Hopefully I can have something quite quick. Yep. Start building. Okay, in the meantime, okay, I can see like, and then we'll see like after it has built the Venetian exchange. So you'll see like real time like what code is being like pushed by Firebase Studio. So well, just like wait and see situation here. While I'm waiting, like to like almost done, or maybe not. Okay, like it was quite fast. Like the tool is checking if there is any error ongoing with the first prototype. Okay, that's mostly done. You have your first like web application called Venetian Exchange. Let's say like okay, $1,000 equal like now 930 euros, or I can change or I can swap. So that's another feature that has been defined by AI. I can choose like other currencies, Swiss franc or whatever. Like it has been like thinking by AI. So you have a simple application from a simple ID, and then you can like start iterate or start like coding yourself, like and iterate on what you want to build. For example, let's say like what we want like to do with this like Venetian. What feature you want to see? Charts?
Shows the history of how currency changed over time.
Oh, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, let's be polite with a. Could you add some charts to still the evolution of the currency across time. Let's say, okay, we're gonna go with this one. So sending that, Gemini is gonna process and start designing this like chart integration, defining the data structure, building stuff based on the like the current UI and like the, let's say, the new specs we gave to Firebase Studio. Hopefully in a few seconds we're gonna get there. Checking there are some errors. So you see like in less than, let's say, 1 or 2 minutes, you can build like a chart experience, which is like over the past 7 days. Honestly, I cannot build that thing in like 2 minutes. So that's quite impressive. Like if I want like to change like to the Japanese yen. Okay, historical data is not available. Okay, it's just involving like US dollar. So maybe like, okay, it's like let's say Swiss franc. Okay, it's just like, okay, just build the chart only for USD. So let's say, okay, I want to see the charts for all currencies, not USD only. The thing, like, okay, like here we are trusting a bit like the way he's building the charts, but like we need to think also like, okay, where's the data come from? And in that case, you need like to go in the code, see like, okay, because like here, like the graph changed before, like with the previous prompt. So we need to check where the data is collected, if like, maybe it's just like inventing the data. So we need like to be more concise and say, okay, maybe we know an API that like can get like the real data for the charts, but at least like you have the whole graphical thing. And you can also like do like the same thing with like a brand new template. For example, like let's say I want to do some backend stuff with Go. I want like to create an API server. Let's say that's like my currency API. I'm gonna create the like the, let's say the first let's say the hello world of the project. We didn't give like any prompt, anything. We just gonna like have the hello world project of Go. So simple backend like API application. You see like pretty simple, like it's running on the port like 3000 and so on. It's just like a simple hello world. And we're gonna start like now like using AI stuff like to build our backend application. Yeah, okay, nice. So I want to as API to let's say fetch currencies on the exchange rate with other currencies. Add a persistent persistent storage. So the data is not lost. Simple as that. So with a single prompt, we can have definitely a base in what you want to do in terms of backend. So this is the best starting point for this kind of technology. You have the basics. You're gonna iterate along the way. Maybe you wanna know more about Go, Python, and so on. So you will be able to do a lot of things. So yeah, I want to just I'm gonna accept it I'm trusting the thing. So there's a bit of stuff. I'm gonna update the doc. Okay. Okay, so now it's good. Let's say from the command terminal. Gonna paste some stuff, get all the currency based on ISO code and stuff. So test the routes. Okay, up. Iterate. Okay. Oh yeah, you want to add some actual tests. No. Okay, so test in the terminal the currency endpoint to see the result, and in a few seconds, you'll see a running endpoint in the local environment, and we achieve that in a few minutes. Running, yeah. You'll wait quite some time, so you can do other stuff along the way. At some point, when you finish the thing, you can either publish it on you have some interactive, let's say Gemini action. Even we say, okay, I think my application is done. I want to publish it, and Firebase Studio will propose you, depending on the kind of application, to run it on Cloud Run or Firebase App Hosting. Even if you want to say, okay, I want also to manage some users inside my application, it's gonna propose you to use first the Firebase suite, building with Firebase authentication to have your own user, or Firebase database, or anything that comes from the whole Firebase suite. Test in the terminal. Okay, you want to write some test about Go, so you can say, okay, no, I don't want that. Let's say curl in the terminal. For example, please not that. No, okay, you don't want to run the thing okay, run the API. Let's see if you can do that. Okay, gonna run the command. It I felt cause okay. Well, kill the 360 port and launch it again. Okay, now the whole backend application is running, and say, okay, let's say, show me the result of the /currencies endpoints. Yeah, like it did like run like with the localhost currency, so it's deployed locally. When I do the /currencies, you can see the whole like currency exchange rate that has been like set up by the AI with a simple database, and then like you can iterate and build a lot of stuff. Like you have the core capabilities, and now it's up to you like to refine with AI or with your own skills. Okay, to wrap up, a bit of like the key takeaways regarding Firebase Studio. You can like quickly and like very fast prototyping like end-to-end application in record times. We see like we did like a basic like a web application plus like a backend in like less than 30 minutes. One advantage, you are like in control of the flow. You can use AI at first and then go hands-on using like your own skills. You learn the new language, you go and iterate yourself. So that's a possibility of the two worlds. Using AI, using a bit of AI, or having like the full control of the thing. It's fully integrated with the Firebase suite. So either like you want to go with it, like use the wall feature. Maybe at some point it's gonna cost a bit, but like it's a very great thing. Like if you want to like to push end-to-end application. For me, it's also like a good opportunity to learn a new stack, a new language, or a new framework. You'll see that you have like so many capabilities. If you're coming from the mobile world, like, and you want to step into the web environment, that's a good first step, like to see like real application in actions, or vice versa. We see like vibe coding has its own limit. So if you don't give enough context, at some point like you might be stuck like the model is gonna like end up in a loop. At some point you'll get your hands dirty because you're gonna need like to fix stuff on your own. Few links regarding like Firebase Studio, the tool itself. If you want to get started, like the documentation is quite wide. There's also like a very nice YouTube video regarding like Firebase and how it works. I also like advise you like to take a look at the art of prompting. That's a Coursera course. It will help you like refine and build the best prompt to know to like expect the best outcome regarding the prompt you've given to your model. So yeah, I want to thank you so much for having me today. Have some fun with Firebase Studio. You can build like so much thing with it. Have fun. Thank you.